Hey guys, I'm Casey.
And I'm Mark.
If you guys don't know by now, we are a long distance married couple. I'm from America
And I'm from the Philippines.
yeah, and as of now, we are still in a long distance marriage relationship. So today we're going to talk about our journey getting married and the visa process from our own experience.
I will be your honeycomb now to forever. I know this love was meant to be. Video chats every day would pave the way for us. Oh my baby boy, I love you so much. Ooh, I love you so much.
So first, we wrote down just basically a few steps in the process to talk about. And the first question is something that I searched for and he searched for in the beginning. Is it different for same-sex couples in our situation? You know, a Filipino and an American. Is it different for us than it would be for straight people? And the answer is yes. It's very different because they don't have same-sex marriage in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So I couldn't come here and get married, and there's only 3 or 4 countries that are kind of flagged that they can't get a co-sponsor for a fiancé visa. So unless you make what the government wants you to make as an American, you can't sponsor them by yourself, and you can't have a co-sponsor. So for some people that is not an option. And unfortunately, in our situation, as I said before, I'm not a rich person, so that was not an option for us. So we will explain how we did things. Getting engaged, that was the first step, and I actually asked Mark's mom's blessing before. To be honest, I wasn't very romantic at all about it, but I was just so excited that day. Do you want to tell him how I proposed?
I picked him up at the airport, and then when we went to the car, he just gave it to me.
I proposed in the taxi. Yeah. I was just, but I mean, he already knew that I was going to. But if I had do-overs, I think I would have planned something a little bit more romantic, but I'm not good at like surprises and stuff. I get too excited. So yeah, we got engaged in the taxi, but I did ask for his mom's blessing first, and she said of course, because yeah. And I kind of explained already why we didn't do the K1 fiance visa. For some people that is an option, but for us it wasn't. So we tried a different strategy, and Denmark is one, I think it might be the only country in the world that neither person needs to be a resident of that country to get married there. And they actually kind of pride themselves on helping same-sex couples get married. But we kind of ran into the same problem. We went through all the steps, all the processes, filled out all these documents and different things, and Mark went to try to get, because I could go to Denmark without a visa, being an American, but he had to get a approved tourist visa. And what did they tell you?
They didn't say anything, of course, but when I applied, I applied, and then I went home, and after like 30 days, I got a letter, and I got denied.
He got denied,
unfortunately,
because they said where he didn't own the land or anything like that.
No, on my name. I don't have anything on my name. So yeah.
Yeah, so they said that they were afraid that he didn't have enough reason to return to the Philippines. And we had even purchased a return ticket, proving that I was sponsoring him for that trip. Proof that we were going to be at the same hotel, the same room. Like, it was just a very, very disappointing time for us. So we ended up looking at a different way to be able to get married, because as of now, or as of then, we couldn't get married in the Philippines. I couldn't get into the United States to get married, and then we couldn't get married in Denmark. So we were running out of options. So we ended up doing a proxy wedding. And we knew about this from YouTube, and of course a lot of military people do things this way. And it's basically an online wedding through Utah, the state of Utah in America. And I think there is 1 or 2 other states that also do proxy weddings. But basically, we applied for the application, and he had to send his passport ID and his government ID and lots and lots of paperwork. But once the marriage license was approved, we had so many days to pick out a date for the ceremony, and we did that. And then I could have been in America and he could have been in the Philippines, and we could have still gotten married through the video. But you have 30 to 32 days, I think, to be in person. Like, you have to meet in person within that time, or it's void. It's no good. But I actually came to the Philippines and was sitting beside him during our ceremony. My boss and my sister were witnesses. The guy doing the ceremony, the official, he was very, very, very nice. Very good guy. And we'll put a clip of the ceremony in this video. Of course, we went to, what was the shrine called? Shrine of St. Andrew, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And had wedding pictures made and stuff. So, and basically, we have a Utah marriage license, and it's valid. It's 100% an American marriage license. And this goes on to the next question: should you get a lawyer, an immigration lawyer, or not get an immigration lawyer? And we chose to get one because we hadn't had the best luck, and you could answer one question wrong and it could set you back for months. So we did decide to get an immigration lawyer. That actually took some time. And even after I found one, it took me about 6 weeks to get in to see him and get things started. That was that. And as far as the process, it varies depending on where you live. I live in Kentucky, so for me, it ended up being honestly around $9,000. But that does cover the petition, which is something that I learned during this process. I thought once you got married, then you could apply for a visa, but that is not how it goes. You have to petition for the visa. And we had to turn in so many documents, so many photos, conversation. We had to turn in pictures to prove that I'd met his family. Basically things to prove our relationship was real, that it wasn't a fake relationship, our conversations, if I had ever sent money or anything like that, our receipts for our wedding rings, like they wanted everything. And that is where we are right now in our process. We have got notified by immigration that they received it, they're processing it. We haven't heard anything, which the lawyer says no news is good news, because if we hear from them, it's because
there's a problem.
There's a problem. And so far we haven't. And it's been a while now. So hopefully soon that will get processed. And they made it really hard, not just for illegal immigrants, but for people trying to do it the legal and the correct way to do this. But the payments are broken up. Like, you have the petition part with the documents. We even had to have friends write letters.
Oh, yeah.
And family write letters and have them notarized saying that we were a real couple. And then the next step, of course, will be his visa, which will be mostly him, because he does that here in the Philippines at the embassy, right?
Yeah, American embassy.
And hopefully that goes smoothly. They say that takes 4 to 6 months usually.
No, 6 months to a year.
Oh, the lawyer told me 4 to 6 months. So, but it's quicker for the visa than it is
from
the petition. And then the last step will be his green card, which is also included. And they only issue a 2-year green card in the beginning, and then after 2 years he can get a 10-year green card. And even if we decide to live here in the Philippines, I still want him to have that U.S. residency so that we can travel other places and not get denied like Denmark did to us. So that's very important to us. And that's pretty much it, guys. That is the process. It is long. You have to be dedicated. You have to really love the person. We'd already been in a long distance relationship, so it's not new for us, but it is hard for us. People will often say, "How's married life?" And I'll say it's lonely because he's a million miles away. But if y'all have any questions and you think we'll be able to help, just ask in the comments, try to get some answers to you. And if you want us to continue to make videos or certain types of videos, just like,
subscribe,
and ring the bell. Leave us some comments if you want a certain video. We will do our best to put that out there. But that is it for today, guys. So bye bye. Have a blessed day.